The earlier empire of Ghana dates back to the 9th century. But a civilization 1,000 years older still has recently been discovered. Across the floodplain from Djenné are the remains of a town that dates back to 250 BC.
Okay. A lot of narrow lanes snaking in between compounds. In some of these compounds you have black...
Kevin McDonald helped with the archaeological excavations.
Merchants perhaps selling out of their compounds their wares. This entire mound was the city. If we were to brush away all of this pottery and begin to work fairly carefully, we'd find houses, we'd find compounds, and we could be very well walking along the line of an ancient street right now. And of course also in this city you would have had blacksmiths working. For instance, if you look here, this is a bit of ironworking debris.
Really?
There was ironworking at this site from the earliest occupation, 250 BC, right to the abandonment.
Oh, but so many scholars said that iron couldn't possibly be this old in Black Africa.
Well, definitely that's one point of view which is changing.
Europeans once believed that civilization came to West Africa with the Arabs. But people here were living in towns long before the first Arab merchants crossed the Sahara in the 10th century. And they had their own way of burying their dead.
They were perhaps exposed first or buried and then dug up, and then their bones were redeposited inside these jars.
Are they bones there?
Secondary inhumations, that's right, those are human bones.
So they had to be put in the fetal position.
Perhaps even bound up into that position, or you probably had the rather grisly situation where you still had sinew holding the bones together, but the bodies were already well on the way to decomposition. It's a human skull there.
What? Where?
Right here. Looks like a young individual, maybe a child, a juvenile, sort of crushed in on that side.
That's a human skull.
Yes.
Never touched a human skull before. Now, what are they?
That's the legs of someone.
Huh.
Just lying straight out there.
So this was the head.
That's right. That's the inside of the skull.
I have to say that I feel a bit like a grave robber as I poke around the bones of these 2,000-year-old human beings. These discoveries prove that the medieval kingdom of Mali and the great towns of Djenné and Timbuktu grew out of a civilization as old as the Roman Empire.